Hey, what's up you guys? It is me, Ashley. Today I am doing my long-awaited nose piercing experience video. It's been quite a while since I got my nose pierced and I'm finally doing this video for you guys. But without further ado, let's just get on into this video because, you know, experiences. Woo! By the way guys, I'm blonde. If you couldn't tell, you know, because why? It's, you know, pretty known that I changed my hair color. I don't know how long it's going to be blonde, but for now it's just blonde, and so yeah. Guys, I got my nose pierced 11 months ago, which is crazy to say because it's almost been a year and I'm just now uploading this video. But, you know, I've had a few little bumps in the way of filming this video, and I'll get into that later on after I talk about the pain and everything. So I got my nose pierced on December 17th, 2016. That is when I turned 18 years old, and so I was like, I'm 18. I don't need my parents' permission to get my nose pierced anymore. And so I had my mom with me, of course, and then I brought her with me on my birthday, and I went to go get my nose pierced, which was fantastic. I did my research beforehand because I talked to a few people about nose piercings, and they said that my lip piercing would probably hurt more than my nose. And you know, frankly, I don't really quite remember how painful my lip piercing was, and it's because it's been so long. It's about almost 5 years since I got my lip pierced, and so, you know, at the time I was like 4 years, and I was like, I don't remember what it felt like to get my lip pierced. And so I went in thinking my nose piercing was going to be so painful just because it's got a thicker cartilage than your lip. But it was fine, guys. I rate the pain about a 3 or a 4 on a pain scale to 1 to 10. It honestly didn't hurt that bad. I think because I thought it was going to hurt a lot more, so I kind of like prepared myself in a way. But honestly, it did not hurt that bad whatsoever. Your eye does tear a little bit, because I know when I got my nose pierced, my eye like teared up a little bit, and like a little like water like dripped down a little tear just kind of like went down, and I was like, oh my god, am I a wuss? Like, who cries when they get when they get a piercing? And so I was like, 'cause I gotta be strong, you know. And everyone, like, their eye always like tears up when they get their nose pierced, because it hits like a little nerve in your nose when the needle goes in, and your eye just kind of goes bloop. So it's normal, guys. So don't think you're a wuss if you get your nose pierced and your eye waters. It happens to a lot of people. I know, because a few of my friends got their nose pierced, their eyes did it, and so I was like, I'm not a wuss, guys. It's fine. So there's that. And so now let's talk about the healing process and all that jazz. So I gotta say, I feel like I did not heal my nose the proper way of kind of healing a piercing, because you're usually supposed to use distilled water with non-iodized sea salt or salt. So that's what I did for my lip piercing, and that was perfectly fine. I asked my friend, and I was like, what do you use to clean your nose piercing? And she said hydrogen peroxide. And so that's what I used, and you're not supposed to use hydrogen peroxide for your piercings, so that was my fault. But my piercing's perfectly fine now. I didn't get any kind of infection with it. But when I first got it pierced, the pain after pain of the healing process, it was a little much the first day that I got it pierced. It just felt weird at first, because there's something literally in your nose, and it's not like a burger or anything like that. It's literally just a bar in your nose, and it felt so weird at first. I had to get used to it like so much, and I was so scared to sleep on my right side, because I was like, oh my god, the piercing's gonna get caught on my pillow and then it's gonna fall out, and I was like, oh my god, I'm a mess. But I got used to it after a while. The pain wasn't so bad. It did hurt a little bit. Usually the healing process pain is a little more painful than actually getting it pierced. That's what happened for my nose, but it didn't actually hurt too bad. It was bearable, so you don't have to worry about the healing process pain. The reason that I paused this video for so long is I did get a keloid on my nose piercing, and that is perfectly fine. Many people get keloids on their piercings. I actually heard that it's like frequent on lip piercings, but luckily I didn't get one on my nose pierced, on my lip pierced. So, you know, there's that, but I got sick around maybe a month before. It's been a full month since I got my nose pierced, and I kept blowing my nose and it kept irritating my nose, and so that's what really irritated the piercing, and that's what made the keloid form. If you guys don't know what a keloid is, it is basically a bunch of skin cells that don't know where to go, so it just forms a little bubble around your piercing, and it's perfectly normal and it's easy to get rid of, basically. I did though kind of neglect it for a while because I was like, you know, it's fine, I kind of got used to it, so I was like, do I really need to get rid of it? It's fine. I'm getting rid of it now, as you guys can see. It's still kind of there, but it's not as it's not as a huge bump anymore. It's definitely gone down so much, and so that's finally why I'm making this video for you guys. And yeah, so if you guys want a how to get rid of a keloid video, I will make one for you guys if you guys want one, so comment down below, or I can leave a few links down below on other people's videos on how to get rid of a keloid that I kind of followed. Yeah, basically. Also, let's just talk about my nose piercing and just talk about my experience with it, basically, since it's almost been a year, so I've had my fair share of experiences with it. It's been fantastic. You know, I haven't, you know, ever thought about getting rid of it. I have changed it a few times. I have changed it into a ring, but then that's when I really didn't care about the keloid, but then I decided to change it back into a stud when I decided to really focus on the keloid and focus on getting rid of it. And so I just changed it back into a stud because it was easier kind of to like clean around and stuff. But yeah, also a little fun experience with my nose piercing. I was sleeping one night and like it was really cold that night, and so I pulled my blanket up to like right here, and I didn't really think about it getting caught on my nose piercing, excuse me, but it did. It was weird. I gotta admit, guys, it is so weird taking out a nose piercing and putting one in, because it wasn't something I was used to. I'm used to my lip, but I'm not used to my nose, and so it didn't come out fully. It came out like halfway, so the straight part, not the little like hook part, but like the straight part of my stud came out, because when I went to take the blanket off, it kind of like yanked it out a little bit, and I was like, oh my god, no, please don't tell me that it came out. So I ran into the bathroom and I like pushed it back in, and it felt so weird. It wasn't painful, but it's just that weird feeling of just like, I can't describe it. It's just like a hole, and then you just like put something into that hole, and you're just like, okay, it's fine. It's fine, guys. Everything is fine. But yeah, so guys, that is my nose piercing experience video. If you guys have any comments down below, feel free to leave any questions down below about nose piercings, and I will try my best to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I know plenty of other people, other lovely people will comment down below and answer your question as well. So feel free to leave a question in the comments below and we can chat about nose piercings. If you guys have any cool or like scary like nose piercing experiences, also feel free to comment down below, because I feel like that'd be interesting to kind of like talk about. And also give this video a thumbs up and press the subscribe button for more videos, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.